If we don't get involved, people complain. If we get involved, we're kind of stepping on other countries' toes.
When you want to be in charge of dictating what happens, you should be perfect.
It's very difficult to take US out of the picture. They're involved in every single step of this war.
Nigeria is a country that I know that have frequent armed struggles, and then the region, basically the northern region, where we have the Boko Haram, the Fulani headsmen, and all sorts of religious wars and all that. So, well, Nigeria, I would say.
I think people in the Netherlands do talk about the prices going up, and they're related to the Ukraine-Russia war.
There are a lot of countries involved in this war apart from just Russia and Ukraine. It's very difficult to take US out of the picture. They're involved in every single step of this war. The whole reason why the war started, you can't rule out NATO's existence in this. It's easy to, sort of label Russia as probably a terrorist nation or someone who's doing things which are not in line with human rights. But there are a lot of other countries involved.
Think about a lot of the big OPEC players, both in the Middle East and Latin and South America, in Russia. Like a lot of them have had struggles politically in internal and external conflicts, and I think a lot of that comes down to how valuable oil has been as a resource.
The Middle East has been a hotspot recently for conflicts, in part due to American involvement. Sudan has been definitely at war with themselves. Also, Eastern Europe, the Balkans, specifically with Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Well, Africa to the Middle East, I mean, even now, you look at what's going on in Ukraine, everybody using them as kind of a puppet to stage their war.
Aqui no país, a Venezuela é dos países que tem mais conflitos armados, conflitos civis. Rússia e Estados Unidos estão em todas.
Eu acho que a questão Palestina-Israel é sempre uma questão atual, infelizmente. O Afeganistão, Iraque são países de cultura árabe, principalmente.
Venezuela, por ejemplo, tiene petróleo, minerales raros y oro, y por tanto siempre será un posible escenario de agresión. Los imperios son los principales impulsores de las guerras, que suelen disfrazar con motivaciones éticas superiores como los derechos humanos, la libertad, la independencia o la religión.
As a nation that is very involved with the trading of weapons and the creation of missiles and all sorts of other military inventions. So many conflicts arise specifically in Europe, who we have a great sort of alliance with, specifically Western Europe. It's also totally reasonable for us to be on the ground, in the air, involved in these battles that might occur.
I mean, we have our own issues at home. I don't think there's a place for a world to have one country kind of control and manage and police everything going on within any given country that we feel we're entitled to.
I think it's kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't. If we don't get involved, people complain. If we get involved, we're kind of stepping on other countries' toes. So I think it's like, a question that obviously not even a lot of politicians can answer.
I could see it in school when they portray it. It's all about the way they make it look. They made it look so heroic, but from growing up now and being older, doing my own research on things, I mean, it's kind of scary to think that a person from this other country can come to your country and make you do what they want. It's pretty scary.
他是老大啊，他是老大，操盘的啊，对，应该说，假如没有他，可能还要乱。
所以说，美国如果他们发生战争，你就应该想方设法的去调解，然后就是帮助这个啊，或者是提供武器啊这些的，我觉得都不是非常妥当的做法。
他就是想主宰这个世界，俄乌冲突只不过是他的一个骗局。
US, they try their best, but of course they are not perfect. When you want to be the police, when you want to be in charge of dictating what happens, you should be perfect.
Anytime you see the US enter any country, it's for a very selfish reason. They want to go there, they want to dominate, they want to take over indirectly, as if they're helping out, but they're not really helping out.
I see them as a peace to the world. I think they like peace. They like peace. So when these kind of things happen, I think they go to calm things down and let peace prevail, you know.
In the news prakara, America, United States, ಅವರು ಬಲಿಷ್ಠವಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲದರಲ್ಲೂ ಅವರು ಯುದ್ಧಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಸಾಮಗ್ರಿಗಳನ್ನು ಅವರು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಬೇಕಿದ್ರೂ ನಾವು ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಯಾರು ಬೇಕಿದ್ರೂ ಬರಲಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಉದ್ದೇಶದಿಂದ ಅವರು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಯುದ್ಧಕ್ಕೆ ತಯಾರಾಗೇ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ನಮ್ಮದೇ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ನಾವೇ ರೂಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಉದ್ದೇಶದಿಂದ ಅವರು ಯುದ್ಧಕ್ಕೆ ತಯಾರಾಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ.
É quase que protagonista, né? Seja de uma forma ou outra, ele está sempre liderando essas questões armadas no mundo, né? Ou financiando, ou treinando tropas, né? Como já aconteceu no Afeganistão. Então, e agora, né? Com as tropas na Síria.
Tem que ficar no lugar dele, só, sei lá, fazer o que eles fazem normal, que não seja atrapalhar na vida das outras pessoas.
I have nothing against the country specifically, but you have to realize that, you know, they have been expanding, NATO has been expanding every year, and despite the fact that, you know, Russia has consistently said it does not like to have NATO forces anywhere near its borders. The US, you know, sort of expanding, you know, moving their forces into Ukraine despite knowing that this is going to create a repercussion from Russia.
Personally, I look at it as a coup, but timely, it was crushed.
We know that Wagner mercenaries are all over Africa, Central African Republic, Sudan, I think Sierra Leone, and all that. There are cracks in the Russian government, and it just shows that Putin is not totally in charge as we all think he is.
I think that this is the first time Putin is going to be tested from the inside. He's been the leader for a long time. So to see some internal conflict, I think it's going to be really interesting to see how it plays out in the war in Ukraine.
Acaba causando conflito no mundo, no sentido que a Rússia era uma potência que estava contra os Estados Unidos agora, e agora a Rússia está tendo conflito interno entre ela, sendo que os Estados Unidos também está tendo conflito interno entre ele, então acaba que a economia mundial está meio abalada, e o mundo ele mesmo sabe quais potências que deve seguir, deve se aliar, por conta dos conflitos que os países que são desenvolvidos eles estão tendo atualmente. Parece que era alguma força clandestina do Putin para fazer alguma coisa que não poderia ser oficial.
La rebelión de Wagner tiene varias lectoras y es tal vez demasiado pronto para sacar conclusiones. Haber evitado la tragedia de rusos matando a rusos es el primer gran logro del presidente Putin en ese escenario, quien optó por una salida negociada, pero fundamental, decisiva, desarticulando las operaciones de Wagner en Rusia.